Well, said small businesses. My wife, she started one back at the end of 2021. And this morning, I could tell a little something was up. She comes in from the kids getting on the bus, and she just broke down. I was like, "What's going on?" And yeah, she went to place her order last night. She does custom tumblers. $80 order, Brian. She gets to the the checkout.
Yeah.
Import cost $189 total after an $80 order.
Oh my God.
$189. Yeah.
Oh
so
my God.
She's like, "What are we going to do?" They're getting you at the import fee is what they're calling it.
What?
Everything's smooth when you order it.
Where do you live, sir?
Import fee.
Jason, if you don't
Ohio.
mind. So you're
in Ohio.
So you're okay. Got you. And what does your wife say to you when that happens? Like, is she shocked? What does she say?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a disabled veteran. I just went and bought a new truck.
Service.
Ford is offering tariff pricing, because of these pre-tariff conditions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I literally just bought it, and then now, she's in this boat. People are not going to pay this kind of money for her to be able to make any kind of profit.
How is this hurting
her tail off.
I feel for you, my friend, and your wife, and I'm sorry you guys are going through this. We all are. I want to ask you this, because this is important. Can you explain to people out there how this not only affects you personally, but the fact that maybe you won't go out to the movies or buy stuff or go out to eat? Can you explain to the American people how this affects everybody, not just you?
Folks, I mean, you're not going to be able to afford things. I mean, if it's just something little like this, what are you going to, and they're already saying the shelves are going to be empty because look at these CEOs that's coming. And it's not only that, we got a daughter with a medical condition, 11 years old. Her insurance, her medical issues, $1,600 a month, and it has gone up. Now, I'm not saying I don't know why, but now we're being charged. She gets, because my VA disability, we get Champ VA. It doesn't cover children's in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. She's got a medical device into her that has went out twice on her emergency surgery. And now here we're, scared to death that it could go out again. Is something going to be, are we going to have to pay out of pocket for this?
Well, Jason, what bothers me more than anything else, I mean, I wouldn't wish this upon any American, but especially a family and somebody like you who served this country honorably, who's disabled. You paid a huge sacrifice, and you shouldn't have to be going through this. We should be taking care of people like you, and it sounds like you have a lovely family. And I'm so sorry. All we can continue to do is hope that Trump will eventually cave because he's a coward. But I don't really, if they don't really understand, and by the way, I don't believe they don't understand the damage they're doing to people like you. I just don't think they care. They don't care. That's the thing. Right, exactly. And
I put a TikTok video together, Brian. Thanks guys. My daughter, they laughed at me. It brought me to tears. Like, how are these people this low down to make fun of? But she was 10 at the time. Yeah. I said to make fun of my little girl, like it's her fault. Just because you can tell the libs won, go kiss my ass, you people. Just they're sickos.
They are. I'm so sorry what you're going through, my friend. You're a hero. Thank you for your service. In regards to you and your family, you always have a platform on this show, my friend, and we're going to get through this together.
Absolutely.
We're going to get through it together. Right. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. If that doesn't hit home to some of you people, then I don't know what does. By the way, we're going to be talking more about this later on in the week, but Vegas is suffering. I know that from firsthand knowledge of people that I know, Bellman, people that work in MGM properties. In most of the MGM properties in Las Vegas, and I don't know how many they own. I think it's like over 10. I could be wrong. It's somewhere around there. In most of them, they've laid off Bellman. They've laid off people at the front desk. They've laid off a bunch of dealers. They've laid off all sorts of housekeeping. You name it. Tons of layoffs. I'm talking thousands of layoffs. Why? Donald Trump America, Donald Trump tariffs. But you see, if you got a hangnail under the Joe Biden administration, they blamed you for that, didn't they? They blamed Joe Biden for everything. But you look at America today and everyone out there that is struggling, except maybe if you're in the top 1%, Vegas is a ghost town right now, and we are suffering, just like all of you are suffering, because of these tariffs. And I'm going to go more into detail later on in the week on simply what is going on in Las Vegas and some of these casinos.